Hi, welcome to Unique Minds of the Okanagan. I'm Rob O'Day, and we are on location in Penticton with Christine Nash, a very talented hula flow artist. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I don't want to grab the wrong hand, so thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming too.
So why don't we start off by where you're from, who you are, and how you got to where you are today.
Well, my name's Christine, and today we live in the sunny Okanagan, beautiful Penticton. When I was 16, I was in a car accident and I lived through a brain injury. I don't know what to say.
It's okay. Overcoming, like having a brain injury is car accident, right?
Yeah.
So that led you down a path of finding where you are today, which is now a hula flow artist.
Yeah, I always knew I didn't want to go to the gym, and a way to exercise was the hula hoop. So for many years I waist hooped, and then when my friend Rochelle got into hula flow, I had to fly with her. This is the best thing ever.
Hula flow, can you describe what it is for people who don't know what hula flow is?
When most people think of hula, do I look at that one?
No, you can look at that one.
When most people think about hula hooping, they think about waist hooping. So you do always have to put that in, but more than waist hooping, it's manipulating the hoop, and everything that they do with the hoop, they know how they did it, so they can explain it to you. So there's so many hula flow artists out there willing to share their knowledge and create a world full of flowers.
I love it. So when you first dove into hula flow, what attracted you to it? Like, what drew you to being like, this is something I want to do and excel at?
Well, it was attractive because your mind is constantly trying to think about how to do the move, and there's a big community, so you can connect with so many people that share their skills and knowledge and inspiration and support. It releases positive endorphins by starting the day. Like I actually take my hula hoop with me everywhere I go, and so 6 a.m. when Herbie's up, he's telling me it's time to go, and we spent all winter hiking to the top of the mountain, and now we're going down to the beach, and I'm having to give up my right hand right now, so I'm able to do some left-handed hooping, but on the beach there's some picnic tables and I can practice foot hooping.
Foot hooping.
Foot hooping.
Because you can use your entire body when it comes to flow, right? It's not just your waist. And like, you see videos online of people who could do it, and what we take is just a kid's toy that we've always been brought up with. It's like, oh, it's for your waist. There's some insanely talented people out there, including yourself, who tend to have made it something completely different. And it's like, from an outsider's perspective, it's almost not confusing, but intimidating and weird, because it is such a unique thing, right? I like hula hoops, but I never thought of like what you can do with it. And then you can see it, and it's like it's awe-inspiring almost, of what you can do with a hoop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
a plastic circle.
Yeah. So like, what was it that really was like, I can make an art out of this, that drew you into it?
Yeah, I saw everyone completing art with 1 to 6 hoops, and I wondered how I would get past 1 hoop too. And 1 hoop can create art. There's so many things that you can do. So I've been just totally blessed to be connected to all the right hula flow artists that share their knowledge and create tutorials.
Because you were mentioning earlier before we were on camera that you have tons of different hulas, but you've also been sponsored, right?
Yeah.
How was that experience? Like, usually sponsorship comes from like guitar players or athletes and stuff like that. To be a hula flow artist that's sponsored is like, for me, there's an understanding difference where I'm like, how do they sponsor? Like, with a sponsorship, what comes with it? Is it just
So you're truly an ambassador. I'm sponsored by GeoRev. I'm allowed to say that.
Okay,
right?
that's awesome.
GeoRev hooping. If you're looking for a hula hoop or trying to get into a different form of exercise or something that's going to put a smile on your face, then GeoRev is the place to go. A local Canadian company that creates hula hoops, and a sponsorship is really an ambassadorship to promote their brand, and it does entitle me to some free hoops. some of the newest ones that I've just received here.
I love it, and the fact that you have to do it with one hand too. So when they're giving you, because you were mentioning you have one that completely lights up and stuff, so like hula's, it's moved up, like it's changed quite a bit over the years, which is, I find entertaining. That it's become like, it's almost a sport, you know what I mean? Like, it went from just like a kid's toy when we were growing up as something to do for fun when your parents kicked you outside, to being like, it's almost a sport where you're branding sponsorships, and like there are competitions around the world, and it's really cool to see how specific things evolve in our society, I guess it is. Because for me, hula was always something that we did as kids, and then I saw that there was a small portion of it that was at raves and with the EDM scene, and I think that really kicked it into high gear, as people being like, hey, we can do more with this, the moment that it was kind of like became a dance form, if that makes sense, because it is almost a dance.
And there are a lot of hoop retreats that you can go to, beautiful, magical places, and they have the whole place booked so that you could take advantage of yoga and then the hula different courses, and then they pamper you on wherever you're going. Puerto Rico, there's so many hula flow retreats, and then so many amazing artists that work with them. And I've never been to one, but I finally went to a workshop in Kelowna.
Oh, nice. How was that?
Amy and Flo. If anyone's looking for a awesome teacher, Gypsum Rose, she's amazing.
That's awesome. Are then they're local from Kelowna?
Yeah.
So see, it's cool to see that it's become like a giant community almost. That like with the, like there's conventions and there's competitions and sponsorships. It's, how does one get into choosing to do it as like a living or a profession, or take it from a hobby to more of an art form? Like, what is the transition from that?
You'd have to buy insurance and network with the gym or a place to go. The next thing I'm going to plan to do is actually have some flow art in the park days while it's warm out, and invite the community to try it out. And from there, you build a community. Find the people that do want to learn. A lot of my hula flow artists are already seniors, and they're working with their senior centers to teach it and share it. So awesome. I'm just trying to get brave enough, but this year I'm busking. I got a license to busk at the city. And
do you need a license to busk?
Yeah.
To do hula?
Well, to busk for anything that you want to do, and so I applied for hula, and and I can't wait to get out there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
How big of a community in the Okanagan is there of hula?
Well, most of my hula flow artists live on the other side of the world, like Australia, New Zealand, and the Czech Republic, Germany, the UK, and then I'm starting to meet I have a really good friend, Willow, from Chicago, and I've met a lot of other hula flow artists from Chicago and
Is it bigger in the States?
U.S. Yeah, I
And,
think
like-
so, because it's a lot of circus performing, and
I guess I never thought of that. I guess that is kind of a that's why I'm super excited to sit down and talk with you, because you've got like the history and background of it, and it's kind of it's a very, because it's something I never really knew of until we were
you're
speaking.
such a good boy.
He is amazing. That is kind of, it's intriguing to me because it's so unique and compared to me, because being a musician, I don't think of like hula as being like, I think of it as a dance or like a workout, but it's so cool to see that it's developed into almost like this underground culture that's thriving in its own ways.
And really, I didn't dance. I didn't learn to dance. I don't have coordination, and I felt like when music was playing that I couldn't be involved until I found the hula hoop. So if someone does feel uncoordinated, they may fit right in with a hula hoop. And when I tell people I can't dance and they watch me move with a hoop, you have to move to the hoop, and that's maybe its own coordination that's here for the people that aren't coordinated. So
did it help with like, so with the accident, was hula almost a cathartic aspect with the way you can move your body and just let your mind kind of just go blank and you just flow with it?
Yeah, it's like breathing, and I couldn't slow down for yoga. So it's actually the perfect way to move and breathe at the same time and concentrate on a routine of moves.
And as you progress, do you find that you want to challenge yourself in further ways? Like you were mentioning that there's one, but then you can work up to like 6. Like who's done the most amount of hoops at once? Like, are there like...
It's everyone's
built up?
journey is going to be different too, because someone could be happy with learning isos and folds and escalators, and then there's wedgies, and then chest rolls and back rolls, and ways that you can incorporate a back roll and a wedgie at the same time. So I became a wedgie girl, and every single wedgie variation is the move that I want to learn.
That's so funny. I love the terms.
Yeah. So my friend Violet, like, we're connected, because if she sees a wedgie tutorial, she's sending it to me, and if I see one, I'm sending it to her, and then in the next week or two, we both have it in our flows.
Love that.
Like, and then you're connected to the person that taught it to you. So it's a real precious connection and a precious community, and awesome way to spend your time. I'm encouraging anyone that's looking for something extra to do to pick up a hula hoop or make their own.
Yes, because you do that too, don't you?
Yeah. My husband supported me so much, and he's done all the hard parts, and then I just do the taping, create hula hoops. But so it costs almost as much money to buy a professional one. So if you're serious about it, then you get the good one.
What determines the value for a hoop?
Well,
like how is that based?
This is a Poly Pro, and it's perfectly round, whereas the ones that we make, when you use laboring supplies from like hardware stores, they're not perfectly round.
Okay.
And then these ones also have the perfect connection so that they could come apart and be condensed. You just push the button.
Like they can. Oh.
So.
I didn't know that. I thought it was.
I actually usually don't take it apart though, because once it's my hoop, it's my hoop.
Right.
And
it's attached to you.
It's gonna fit. Yeah, you can pack it like this everywhere you go.
Are there different sizes?
Yeah.
Like, do they get really big
sizes,
and really small?
So these are kind of small sizes, which I was getting these to start juggling with 3 or 4, and the
cool.
bigger the hoop is, the slower it moves. So when you're learning, you want it to move slower, so you start with a bigger hoop.
Okay.
And then they even make sectional hoops. So if you bought one that was maybe 6 sectionals, when you got ready, you could move it down to 5 and then 4.
Okay.
And change the size that way too. But really, you just buy another hoop. Like,
yeah.
You realize that you need this one for that and this one for that.
So do you have like specific ones that you prefer to use for different
Well,
techniques,
I'm just in the learning stage at 3 years too, so I know I'm not going anywhere with this. And
well, never say that. You could. You never know, right?
I'm like, so my first size that I got was 33/4. And that's a thicker hoop. And then I thought, oh, I did want the skinnier ones and maybe a bit bigger. So I got 31 5/8. And then those had grip tape too. So they help for different things. And then it's bigger, so it moves slower. So, but then now I'm doing 4-hoop mandala flower that I learned. And you need like, you don't have to have 4 hoops the same size, but that's best. So I thought, do I want the 31 5/8? No, my favorite ones are the 33/4. So I'd say right now 33/4 are my favorite.
It's kind of funny how they have like,
but these
it's almost
are
like bats for baseball, right? Like they have different sizes.
26 5/8. And that's kind of small, but for doing ISOs.
Like isolations. That's what that means.
It's called an isolation. And the small term is ISO.
I love it. It's so weird.
Look at now, I'm even doing it with my bad hand.
Yeah, don't do it with the bad hand. Don't hurt yourself. This is kind of cool though, because like that is how do you go about choosing? Like, are there routines with it? Like when you learn a certain technique, is there like with singing you have to practice the same notes and do your scales and practice and warm-ups? Is there like specific warm-ups, or does your body naturally like, okay, I can do this without having to like warm up wrists or arms?
Well, no, we should warm up everything. I was even learning that in the workshop too, how important stretching and warming up is before we do any moves.
Because I'm wondering, because it's a lot of movement, and I'm like, I can't even get off the couch without pulling it back my back sometimes now. So like, I'm like, it's cool to see it being like, I'm trying to find the perfect term for it, because it's almost like a sport and art and a workout all the same, but it's like, what is that word? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's a workout of your brain too. When people start learning 2 hoops and you put both hands one way, but then you're supposed to put the other hand the other way, and then people say brain twisters, and really like that is your brain trying to
do 2 different directions.
The only thing I can imagine that is when you rubbed and patted and that was hard, or switching it around, and now that's what I was practicing. 2 hands, 2 hoops, and then just, it's called a butterfly. So 2 hands one way is an iso flower when you start moving it in directions.
Okay.
And then if you get the iso flower and then you can stop the hoop and spin it the other way, that's called a butterfly.
Wow.
And use the bounce of your knees, like so many things that they teach you. And then, so my friend actually, Rochelle, she worked with me a couple weeks ago and helped me actually grasp the understanding. And my other friend Doris from overseas, she sent me the tutorial and was helping me grasp it. And then 2 weeks later, I did it. Like I practiced. So my motto is 100 times twice a day, and that's for muscle memory and for the practice. And if you only get it twice of the 100 times, at the end of 2 weeks, it's 100 times twice a day for 2 weeks. At the end of 2 weeks, you start getting it more than twice. So
I like the way you say that, because like for me, when I'm writing lyrics and memorizing them, it's always 18 times. 18? After you've done something 18 times, your brain has memorized it. But like you said, it's muscle memory, and you just have to continue to practice that muscle memory, whether it's your brain or your body. Do you find that it's helped you become, I don't want to say more coordinated, but do you think it's like, do you find it, you coordinate with it better than most people would because of that?
Yeah, maybe. I actually think it does give you confidence. Because, like, confident, every single time you grasp a trick, the elevation that you get, it just takes you to another planet. Like, I always say that, nirvana or beyond the clouds, like, it feels so good. And then tomorrow you learn another trick and you forgot that you just learned one the day before. And then all of a sudden you look at the video and you're like, I forgot about that one, and you can replay it, like relearn it. So you can bring the elevation back too. But honestly, the moment you finally get a trick, when you get it, like, it feels so good.
I know exactly that feeling. It's like the moment you hit the end of the song and everybody cheers. And you're like, okay.
You made it.
Is there a big flow scene here? Or are you trying to, is that what you're trying to build?
Yeah, I'm trying to create it.
Perfect.
I'm trying to show that every single person's a flower. They just have to pick the hoop.
That's perfect. Well, I think that's a good thing, because like community, I don't think people will ever naturally gravitate towards doing it unless they see someone who inspires them. Because like, I'm guilty of never being like, hey, I think you could pick up hoops and do something cool that's like, whoa, you know what I mean? So
if you saw the hoop, you wouldn't pick it up and go,
no, that's probably what I would do, and then I would act like a ninja for like 2 seconds, and then I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
right?
Muff says that you teach the weave, and then the hand spin, which is this way.
Around.
But once you do the hand spin, you do the halo. And so then you halo, and then you grab it and go to the weave.
What's crazy is when you have like
moves.
2 of them going at the same, almost like poi, right? When you have them like wrapped around your hands and they're moving. There's some
like this is the
really
weave with 2
things.
hands, but I'm not actually spinning it like that, and then.
Okay, so it's like poi.
So
and the motion that you're actually moving your hands.
So you learn it with one hand, and then you learn it with the other hand, and
it's
then
like
you learn it with both hands.
Under.
That's called the 2-beat weave.
Okay. It's so intriguing to me, because my aunt, so like growing up, my aunt spun fire and taught us how to do poi.
Wow.
So like we were raised around that, but I'd never seen hula. Of like it's intriguing to me. What besides doing?
That's a new move to me. Woo! And I'm just playing around.
Besides hula flow, what other aspects from the community do you add to it? Like, do you do poi as well?
No, I haven't tried. I honestly said I'm only gonna hula hoop because it's my passion. I'm not gonna pick up fans or silks. But then when I saw the rainbow one, I said, if a rainbow silk crosses, I might even get a spin star. If someone out there sees that they want to sponsor me with a rainbow spin star,
a spin star,
I might flow with a spin star. But
what's that?
But my wonderful friend Jamie is making me a lolly rainbow, and I'm going to be flowing with rainbow lollies right away here.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into actual showing of it here in a bit.
Yeah,
but
I wished I had a routine, because I've been thinking about coming up with one, and I just think I'm learning all my moves that you just show everything you got.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that you hurt yourself too, right?
I got. I'll show everything I got with my left hand.
Right.
Everything that I've transitioned in my mind from my right to my left.
I'm trying to like picture what you could do. Like, my brain's kind of running at the moment about what potential like possibilities there are with flow in the community, and it's kind of intriguing because you could do so much with it. What I really appreciate about you and your flow is how happy it makes you.
Yeah.
I think what shines off you really vibrates with the world and what you can be if you just have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Take it to work, take it back to work, back from work, to the park, to the mailbox.
take it everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and walking around with the guitar constantly, just because if you love something, you always bring it with you.
People are like, oh, there's no room in my car. And I'm like, it's okay, because I just sit it right there, right beside me.
In the car?
Yeah, like it'll fit. Like people are like, oh, it won't fit in my trunk. It's okay. Like you just get in the car and it sits right beside you, and really it rolls in the door. Like, so I tell everyone that wants to buy one, like, you can take your hoop everywhere because it'll sit right beside you. Even if people say there's no room for it, there's room. And even if you take it, but then you put it like this, you wear it like a purse. Like when you need to behave. That's what I say. Like when you go in a store and you need to behave.
When you need to behave. Love it. That's hilarious. Hey, buddy. Hi.
You're a good
So
boy.
when it comes to hula flow, is it hard on, I don't want to say hard on the body, but it's a workout.
This is a scar from doing a chest roll, and it was before I learned the open palm chest roll. So I didn't have that much control, but it went over. And I put so many like teeth through my lips from chest rolls onto your lips. And so, yeah. And then, like I said, my friend just bonked herself. Like when you do spinning like this, sometimes it might go like this, and then it might go boop. So there's so many things. You just have to laugh it off. And
are there metal hoops? Like hulas that are metal?
Oh, in the circus, they actually make really big ones, and then they stand in them and roll like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to try one when I saw one. Like, I could have tried it, but then, I saw what, like, when you're in the big metal hoop and you're going to the ground with your, like, you can't have your hands that way. You'd have to put your hands out like that.
On your palm.
So I was like, oh, because your feet, it wouldn't matter. Like, your feet would just
flat.
go. But I was like, oh, you could run over your fingers. I'm not going to try it.
And they're probably pretty thick, too, those bars, right? Because if your feet are being able to, that's insane. It's I think I really want to dive into the history of where hula flow came from. Like, 'cause I've heard of it, I've seen it online, but I've never
When you actually read about the history of hula hoop too, like it was about a money thing, and someone made it and like tried to make money, and then it died in the 50s. Like it just came out, or the 60s, it came out and died, and it's because. Well, I found when I was a kid, it was discouraging because you had to be good to waist hoop, and so you gave up because you couldn't do really anything. But if someone would have told you that you could just ISO like that, and then ISO with two hands, and it's just an ISO. And then if you learn the ISO, you just smear it and do the same hand connection. Well, that's a cool move. And then my friend taught me the continuous smear, 2 smears, and like that's just simple. And then you go up, figure eight ISO. Well, that's using your muscles. Woo!
And that's the thing, is it's not like it's
and then twist, ISO twist, down, twist, up, twist, and going outside of the camera. No one's going to know how, but at least they know it's called an ISO twist. Just YouTube it. Hula flow, ISO twist.
I love it. Do you think that you'll get to a point where you're like 9 hoops in and like this magic going on? Or what's your top number that you think you would want to get to?
Well, so right now I have to get more hoops. I need to get more hoops so I can learn splits, 6 hoops. And then mainly I need to get better at leg hooping on one knee, because one would be here, one would be on your waist, one would be on your chest, one would be on your neck, and then 2 on your hand like this.
And you're just going them all at the same time?
Yeah! So I got the 2 up top. The splits, here we come.
Love it. That's hilarious.
Oh, I was just playing with these. I don't even know what. Oh, it went like this, and then. Like doubles is something new for me.
Okay.
Oh my God, did it in the house with 2 pieces of glass on both sides. Double chest roll to double hooping. Double elbow hooping. Let me see if I can get these breaks in. Come on, Rochelle. Yeah, I got him. Ah! I can't even believe it. My friend gave me that tutorial at, I messed up, but she gave it to me at New Year's. So it's not easy to learn.
I can't imagine it's easy.
Oh, she gave me the tutorial with a single hoop. And then I just started playing with doubles. So I realized, I've got to use it with my left. And now I can do it with both.
That's so
And then this is sort of a move that I can do without my hand, like elbow hooping. I should be doing something else now. I should just drop a hoop. So ISO, which I should be using this hand. And then if you use double ISO, like that. And then that's the figure 8. ISO twist. So the ISO was the first move I learned, and I left it behind because it was boring. Then I had to come back to it, and it was so hard to hold the hoop up. This muscle needed to be built, and it took 11 months. So when people say they want to give up after one day or one session of trying, I worked it for 11 months to do this, like to be able to make it look like it's floating.
That's amazing.
And then
that's a long time just to learn.
I wish I had a little bit more room.
We could.
That's called an escalator.
Okay, so it's switching. So
you like flick, 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 and then you put your hand up to catch it. But I know as soon as you flick and you let go, you protect your ear. That's how I was taught with the tutorial. And then this is just playing with it back down. So I learned that up escalator. And then over time, like you can go down. Now that would have been into wedgie, but I have no room.
So what is a wedgie? Because every time you say it, I have to giggle because the immature 10-year-old in me comes out.
It's not actually a wedgie. You put it right here. So you put it right here, and then you go back and forth.
Okay.
And then, so that's the wedgie. So, and then this is a wedgie tunnel.
Wait, what?
Tunnel. And then, we can even get the karate in here. I hope I can do it. Ninja kick. Yeah! Woo! That's so cool. Maybe a little mermaid. Come on. Little wiggle, mermaid. Maybe I return it back to wedgie this way. Caught it. No. Recovery. Yeah. No.
Just so much glass inside you.
Okay. That's for Violet. It was a recovery. Kick up. And then down. So there.
It is like
so that's the escalator with my right. This is my left.
Watching you do it, it is way more physical than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Like, the movements that you have to physically, like your whole body's going.
Yeah.
And
it's so fun.
It looks really fun, but I'm like, there's no way I could ever do that. I'm not that coordinated.
You'll get there. So my husband, I can't do it in here.
I'm like, I'm surprised you're able to do what you
from
are.
Here to there, kick it. Back to back, kick up.
That is awesome.
In the house. Ow!
That is hilarious.
See, because if it actually rolled and I kicked it off my thing, it pops up like 10 or 20 feet.
That is awesome.
And then you catch it, which I have. It took me like 4 tries to learn that.
That is so cool.
Somehow the guy did the tutorial and I just got the line to go like that to that. And it's so cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, I did that and then a whole bunch of my followers learned it too. Like everyone learned it because sent the tutorial around to everyone.
That's so cool. Thank you for having me here. like when I heard hula flow, I was like, I have to dive into this because I have friends who dance, like I said, but I was like, I've never met somebody who's like, I'm a sponsored hula flow artist. And like, when you hear it, honestly, you're like, what does that even mean? But when you start to see it, you're like, whoa, like that is physical. I could not do that. I can't even walk like run for 5 minutes, let alone dance for 8 hours with a hula on me.
That was my sport, running. I couldn't play volleyball or basketball or hockey or baseball. I was too small and not strong enough but I love to run. And then, so this is the best thing to running, I guess.
I guess that is, yeah. Well, I want to thank you once again. I don't want to grab your bad hand. Thank you for having me and telling me your story. You are inspiring and you're an amazing person. You've got a beautiful energy about you, and Mike was right. You're a unique soul, a unique person, and it's really cool to sit down with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here, and we'll definitely be in touch again in the future with you guys.
Okay, I can't wait.
And we will catch you guys next time.